Hello everybody, we're going to take a look at editing in Manifold Future, and we're going to look at a more advanced topic, how to edit larger text fields, how to do more advanced work using Unicode, and how to use the built-in input method editor, or IME, that's built into text editing capabilities, attribute editing capabilities in Manifold, to input Japanese or other Asian languages. For our subject data set, we're going to use a map here of a drawing that shows the locations of coin hoards found from around 700 to 800 AD in Europe, and that's this drawing right here. I'm going to turn it on and off, and that's shown on an image server background. That's the Canvas World dark gray base. I'm going to zoom in and click this one particular coin hoard here. I'm going to alt-click on that to take a look at the attributes, and as you can see, the contents pane immediately flicks open to the record panel with the values tab. Now what we're looking at here is are the locations of various stashes of coins that have been found in Europe over the years. This particular one was found in 1841 in France, and it contains approximately 106 coins, and these are all coins from the years 1864 to 1877. We can look at how to edit these by double-clicking. We can double-click on a field here to edit it. For example, we can change 1841 to 1842. Click Enter. If we don't like that, we can click Control Backspace to ignore it. We can also click it like this, double-click into it and change that to 3, and then we can right-click on that and click Undo, and that'll change it back to a 1. That undo function is just for text that we've edited in the box, not previous multi-step undo. Great. Let's take a look at more advanced capabilities by right-clicking on this larger field here, it's called Comments, and choosing Edit. That opens up the Edit dialog, which enables us to work with larger amounts of text that can fit into a single small editing cell. And in particular, what we're looking at here is all Unicode, and Manifold provides, if we right-click, a context menu that allows us to control various aspects of the Unicode what would you call it? Character orders. For example, we can change right to left reading order. That doesn't make particular sense when you're using English, because English is designed to go left to right, but you can see what it does when we choose right to left. Let's eliminate that. If we like, we can insert Unicode control characters of various types. For example, let's move this panel up here a little bit farther so we can see more of that context menu. Unicode control characters are special characters which you can embed in the middle of Unicode text to change the behavior of how Unicode-aware applications will show the text. They're very handy, but they're kind of specialized. So if you're really into Unicode, this is handy to have. Otherwise, it's not useful for pretty much anybody else. But one of the more useful capabilities is the use of a so-called input method editor. Manifold is IME aware, and we can open and close IME. We're going to open the IME editor, and now this panel is in so-called IME, input method editor aware. What does that mean? That means it will interact with the standard Windows input method editor system. We can't see it here in the viewport, which we are doing a video recording of. But if we go to our Windows taskbar, we're using Windows 10 here, and in the Windows taskbar there's a entry for English. If we've installed more than one language in our on our system, we can switch that language. And what I'll do is I'll click on it. I'm going to switch to Japanese, which is a language that I've installed here, Japanese Microsoft EME. And now what I can do, when I start entering here back in the comments pane, I start entering characters, it'll start interpreting those using the Microsoft input method editors. For example, if I enter the characters NI, it starts predicting Japanese characters, kanji or Japanese, kana. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do NI, then HONGO, Nihongo, which is Japanese for Japanese language. And we can choose what we'd like to do. And let's choose this one, which is the kanji representation. And we've just entered the Japanese characters for, I'm going to click Enter for Nihongo, which is Japanese language. I'm going to click OK, And now you can see here in the preview, we've entered the Japanese characters into that record. I'm going to update the record, and now if I open it again with the editor, we can see that we have Japanese characters mixed in. I can turn off the Ime Editor and switch back here to English. This is kanji for Nihongo, meaning Japanese language. Great, let's click OK. And we've edited it. Update record and we're done. So there you go. That's a quick way to show how we can edit attributes in Manifold, how we can use the record values tab to either to double click to change something, or to, we're still in Japanese, so I'm going to switch back to English in the main language preference on the Windows taskbar. We can switch here to double click into a field to edit it, or we can right click if we want to edit larger values. We can click on something like this, copy, and then click on here, paste. If we don't want it, we can click Alt backspace to, Control backspace to cancel the edit. And if we like, we can enter text using the Microsoft Input Method Editor facility, the IME facility, which enables us to work with any IME compatible language that Microsoft installs. For example, Chinese, traditional Chinese, simplified Chinese, Japanese for kanji and so forth, Korean, and many other Asian languages. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. This is a good look at Manifold Future. That's what we're working with here. All this works in Future Viewer, by the way, so if you want to download Viewer, that's free. There's no hidden strings attached to no strings attached to using Viewer. It is absolutely free. It's not Nagware. It doesn't expire or anything like that. So you can do all this in Viewer as well. Hope you've enjoyed, and goodbye from Radianland. Well, that was fun. If you want to see more, visit us at www.manifold.net. As always, Manifold delivers the world's most advanced, highest quality spatial products for GIS and DBMS at a low price that you can afford. Once again, that's manifold.net. See you soon.